Good evening, everybody. We are about to test out tonight the Stufz Ultimate Burger Stuffing System. In order to do this, we've got to make stuffed burgers, so let's have at it. So we're going to come over here, and we've got our trusty ingredients for Big Wayner's Hot and Nasty Burgers. We've got ground beef, paper cheese. You can use whichever cheese you would like, but because I like to keep it on a budget, I use paper cheese. And we've got some diced jalapenos. So let's put this baby to work. So according to the instructions, what I'm supposed to do here is I'm supposed to pull this straight up until I hear this latch. And then I'm going to open this up, just like this. Make sure that's latched all the way. Let's open it up. And we can see in here that we've got a couple different mechanisms. We've got a place to put our topping and our ground beef, and what this also does, this also functions as our mechanism to make the cavity for the burger. And then down here we've got the bottom. You know, looks pretty innocuous, but as you can see here, I'm going to be pushing up on it. You can see the bottom lifts out. That, I confess, is going to be pretty darn handy when it comes down the road. So I'm going to set this down for just a second. And make sure that we are ready to go. So they were nice enough to put instructions with this. So let's take a look. The next step, we have done steps 1 and 2. Next step is place ball of meat into Stufz. And it says it's approximately a third of a cup for the max, so that's close enough. So let's put that in here. Make sure that that's in there nice and good. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to close. Make sure we close all the way. Then we're going to push down. Really push down real hard to flatten it out. Make sure we're pushed down good, and then we're going to lift back up. Then what we're going to do here at this point is we flattened it. Now we're going to actually just turn the handle. Turn this handle right here. You can see that latch right there. See how it's dropped down? That is what actually makes the cavity in the meat. So we're going to push down on it a few times. Make sure that we get a nice pocket in place. And then we're going to pull it back up and lock it back in place. So now what should happen is when I open this up, I should have a little cavity right there. So I've got a nice little cavity going on there. We can see that probably due to the way that the meat was put into place, the cavity's walls are not even all the way around. No big deal. I can work with that. So what I'm going to do here is put my toppings in and give plenty of jalapenos. Lots of jalapenos because I like it hot and nasty. Okay, I think we are pretty good there. Now we're going to take the cheese and we're going to put it in. One more slice. In the instructions, it does say to make sure that whenever the meat is formed, that the meat should not be above the rim right here. So if it's too high, you done goofed. So next step now says to add ground meat to the inside. So ground meat to the inside and spread it out evenly to fill out the entire shape. So we've got our meat there. Let's spread it out. sure we got it spread it out very nice. There we go. Now we close it, lock it up, and we push down. Let's try to seal this bad boy. You can see here we've got a little bit of overflow. We're not getting a good seal all the way, but I think it's just because I make my burgers huge. So now let's open it up. And the part that I actually really like about this is I can push up the top from the bottom here and I can get this burger out. It's really freaking handy to be able to get this out. So let's take a look at the burger. Pretty good. We've got a pretty good seal here. Got a little bit of overflow, but that's not a major deal. Just come around, we could see there's a little bit of a break there in the seal. I will probably go and work that over, but all in all, I'm pretty pleased with this. Seems to do the job really well. The one thing that I do like about it here is, again, yeah, we got a little problem right there. If you run, the problem that I just saw was attempted to pull the bottom off so I could put it back into here. The actual separation was coming back. So a lot of times, what's recommended here is to actually take the apparatus and make sure you give it a good spray of vegetable oil here. So we